Hey guys, welcome back to the Minecraft Mod Showcase. Been doing these a lot more recently, or at least if 2 count as a lot more than 0, then I guess it would say a lot more. But we're here today looking at another Minecraft mod, and this time around we're looking at another JoJo mod. We're here looking at JCraft Eyes of Ender. Now, I had been recommended to look at this mod on my JoJo World of Stands video that I did like a couple months ago as another really cool JoJo mod that has been in development for quite some time, or quite some time meaning a couple of weeks, but dang it, this is quite impressive. I will tell you, it is impressive, and I definitely like it. So either way, want to take a look at this just for the person's asking, and I was asked by somebody named Mr. Garlic with a bunch of numbers. But I'll tell you, I think I might know who that Mr. Garlic person is. But yesterday we're looking at JCraft Eyes of Ender, which is a very recent 1.20.2 mod, no, 1.19.2 mod, that takes in mostly just the stand part of JoJo. It has a massive amount of stands, but doesn't have that much in the way of the stuff that's before it. Sadly, there's no Hamon nor spin in the game, but there are some other things. So definitely a lot more focus on the stands, which is what most people like anyway. So, you know me, big spin fan, big part 7 fan. So, I mean, if you don't have spin, I'm gonna go haywire. But there's also other cool things in here from part 7. So either way, enough of me talking. I look like Johnny Joestar just because I like part 7 so much. Either way, we need to look at the mod. I found this this mesa biome right near my spawn, and it just felt like JoJo. It actually doesn't feel like JoJo. I just think it looks different from what I usually have here. But yes, JCraft Eyes of Ender, otherwise known as just JCraft, has multiple different things in it. They've got a bunch of different stands, a couple different clothing items. These are pretty much all they have right now. They've even got, like, weird ways to evolve your stands. So either way, let's start off with clothing first, because everybody loves clothing. As you can see, we've got an entire set that makes you look like, well, Jotaro. Can I get these off? It's like, can I get these off? Nah. We can barely take Jotaro's pants off, like every fangirl would always want us to. But either way, yes, they've got a bunch, or not that many, but like a couple different, like, clothing armor sets for, Jotaro. And then as you can see over there, there's Dio over there, along with Dio's cape. Or this is Dio as in the capital Dio, and then capital Dio's cape. Then they've got Cars' like weird turban, and then finally like a hat. I don't know whose hat that is. I don't know. I don't remember anybody having a hat. I guess I need to look at the name of it. But either way, yeah, it's a bunch of different armor sets. Let's see, Jotaro's armor is just about as good, like on par with netherite armor, if I remember correctly. It's Yeah, it's exactly the same as netherite armor, and as you can see, it's made by using 4 black dye, 1 yellow dye, and netherite helmet, and it's pretty much made throughout the same way. You're going to need netherite gear in order to actually use all this. It's not that hard to craft as long as you already have a, netherite armor, but like it doesn't really add much, at least that I'm not aware. And then we've got Dio's crud. Got to dress up as the ultimate life form, the real ultimate life form. There we go. I really don't. It looks weird because I have like Johnny's hat on at the same time as wearing all of Dio's stuff. But yes, I think it's the exact same like armor values. And it's made more by using like random other kinds of dye. It's mostly just including of dye. Yeah, I guess his entire clothing is more yellow than it is orange. It just makes it look orange in here. So yeah, it just kind of threw me off for a second. And they also have Dio's cloak. I always love his fucking cloak. Let's see. It's a much harder thing to make, or at least much harder, quote-unquote. It doesn't give you much else, though. I really like this cape, so I'm going to put it on for the rest of the episode. It's fucking amazing. And then we got Cars' head wrap. Protects from the sun. Now, this is very important. This is a very important item for later, but we'll go over it. For now, I'm just going to take it off. You use it, you make it like that. It's like an extra hat on, or it's more like you've got a little head strap on top of your hat. And then finally, we've got red hat. It is most definitely a red hat. For some reason, I'm thinking of the senator guy from the very end of part 3 that had a hat on that like Dio sent literally fucking insane. But either way, I'm going to take this hat off. I just like having this cloak. Very nice cloak. Also, you make it, and it also says protects from the sun. So, what could be protected from the sun in a JoJo Minecraft mod? I have no clue. I just can't think of anything. But either way, we're going to go on to some more of the items. So here, we've got some of the most basic items in the mod. We've got the stand arrowhead, which requires 2 stellar iron ingots, and then 2 golden ingots and 2 golden nuggets. And then you attach the arrowhead to pretty much what you would make for an arrow, and you can get a stand arrow. Very important item in this mod. Pretty much the most important item in this entire mod. You kind of need this to do all the JoJo stuff, so it makes sense. Also, I accidentally took a, screenshot. And then, if you connect a stand arrow with a sinner soul, you get the living stand arrow, an arrow with a mind of its own. Killer Queen and Star Platinum evolution item. Kind of already gave away what that is, but don't worry about it. Then you have the Requiem arrow, able to grant immense power to those who are worthy. You got to take a stand arrow, a Requiem ruby, and an uncraftable tipped arrow. I don't even know if an uncraftable tipped arrow is even possible to be made in survival, because literally when you look it up in the the thing, you can't make anything that's uncraftable. Hell, it's not even in JEI, I don't believe. Come on, it's ending up over here. Let me see. Nope. You can even search up tipped. Like just arrow in general. And you have a bunch of different kind of arrows, but like none of them are actually the uncraftable one. They're all a bunch of like random other arrows. You literally have to spawn this in using commands in order to get the Requiem arrow, but it's the Requiem arrow, so it would be extremely hard to get. I'm going to guess that's just like a placeholder thing, or there's like a very specific way that you make a tipped arrow that I'm not quite sure of, but it requires a Requiem ruby. Also, I didn't even name who even made this thing. So, who actually made this? So, JCraft is made by multiple different people, but the people who made it are Arna, C Caveat 7, Planet TeamSpeak as a contributor, Arutak as a contributor, Mr. Sterner as a contributor, and Mr. Garlic as a contributor. Where does that name remind me from? I just wonder if it's like one of the contributors saw my last video and was like, hey, free advertising. And don't worry, I will freely advertise you because you made this cloak fucking amazing. It wiggles in the wind, dude. You get that. Don't get too much free advertisement, but you get the free advertisement I'm going to already give you because... Oh, okay. I just wanted you to look at my legs. It's fine. It's fine. But either way, there's also... You can find the download for this on CurseForge. And also, they have an entire Trello that they made for this. Mostly, I think it's all authored by Mr. Garlic. Or at least some of them are. So, I can definitely tell who contacted me now. That's kind of fucking hilarious. But don't worry, I do the same kind of things on YouTube, try and contact with people. But yes, there's an entire Trello for JCraft. So, if you need extra information about it, definitely go into the link in the description, download the mod, go to their Trello, and see what kinds of weird stuff is in there. Hell, maybe even the mod's updated by the time I've even uploaded this. So, I have no clue. But either way, enough about promoting the creators. I think the main creator, even though there's a bunch of people on here, is the author C Caveat 7. But I don't know. There's multiple different people on here. I'm guessing it's none of the contributors, but I'm guessing it's either Arna or Caveat 7. Either way, congrats to all of you. This is a really good mod. So enough about shilling you guys. More about JoJo. So we've looked at all of these. Next up is the Requiem Ruby, which is required to make the the Requiem Arrow. It requires 2 blocks of diamond, 2 blocks of emerald, 4 blocks of redstone, and finally a nether star, which is, going to be pretty hard to get. You're going to have to already have beaten, like, the wither to get it, but then again, you're going to get something really strong. Then I'm probably going to skip over this for now. We've got the knives, which are, pretty important to Dio himself, but we've got, like, iron ingots and a nugget and a stick. Then you can bundle all of the knives up for one knife bundle. So I'm going to grab this. These, are Dio's knives. Can you actually put them in both of your hands? That'd be kind of cool. You don't want to fuck with me, Jotaro. Jotaro, you are fucked. Holy shit. Oh, you actually picked them up? Or not really, probably because it's in creative mode. But you can throw just a bunch of knives at somebody, and I'm going to bet you know what that's going to be used for, but the regular knife, I believe, just throws one. Finally, one to go straight for your head. If only Jotaro was there, then we could kill him. But yes, moving on from there, because we'll get back to that item, we've got a Sinner's Soul, which is already used in one of those things, but it just requires a bunch of Soul Sand and a fermented Spider Eye. And then a bunch of Sinner Souls will come together to create the block of Suffering. Then there's the Stellar Iron Ingot that you get from, or that you use to actually make stands, and that comes from the Meteor Iron Ore. I kind of showed this off over here, but here's a bunch of blocks. This is just a regular meteor part, but this is where the Meteor Iron comes from. And there's a bunch of meteors all around the world. According to their Trello, they're about as rare as woodland mansions, but they can spawn in deserts and in oceans. So therefore, there'll just be a big old chunk of this crud, like sitting out in the world. And then you'll just go ahead and, try and get the ore. I don't actually know, does it hurt you if you pick it up in survival mode? I don't actually know. That might be something for the Trello to look at. Let me see. Let's see. Do note if you can't find a meteorite. Oh, okay. Interesting. It can only be broken with a diamond pick, but it doesn't talk about the stand, like the ore actually hurting you like it would within like lore and stuff, which is nice, because it always fucking is a pain if you run into like any of these mods and they make the iron actually hurt you and shit, and it's like, well, how are you gonna make a stand arrow if you're dying? But then again, that's how it worked within lore. So either way, knowing that, that's how you make a Sinner Soul. There's one other item over here, and it's the Sheathed Anubis. Now, you should know what this thing is, but for now, we're just going to put Anubis into our inventory. I'm going to throw a bunch of random crap in here. Stuff that we do not need currently, but I'm going to place my stuff that I do want to keep on me. Let's see, we've gone through there. Next up would be, well, you could probably tell what a couple of these are. I didn't even complete some of these. I'm a failure of a YouTuber, what can you say? Either way, we've got the Green Baby, a peculiar green child, white snake evolution item. As you can see, that'll require 4 blocks of Suffering, 1 netherite ingot, and 4 bone blocks. So, you probably know what this does if you've seen part 6, but for now you won't know. Either way, next up is Dio's Diary. Contains the musings of a long dead man, Sea Moon, and the World evolution item. As you can see, it is a very complicated, very, very, very complicated, what's it called? Crafting recipe. It requires a block of netherite, an elytra. You're literally having to give up elytra, and 9 ingots of netherite, a block of emerald, a book and quill, an uncraftable potion, a lingering uncraftable potion, which means you literally cannot make this item yet, a bottle of enchanting, a waxed oxidized copper block, a block of gold, and finally another star. Now, I'm going to leave that for now. Finally, what else you have? You have a coffin, which is made by taking a bunch of slabs of any kind and then 1 brown bed. You make a coffin. I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple of these items out. And finally, right here, we've got boxing gloves, which use a bunch of leather, a red dye, and 2 string. Now, these say Brawler Spec Obtainment item. Now, you'll figure out what that means later, but for now, we're just going to ignore that. Next up, we've got a golden coin, which is made by just taking 2 nuggets. I'm not sure what it does right now, but it's a coin. It's a coin. Then you have a blood bottle. This is made by getting 1 button of any kind and 4 pieces of glass. Very important little item as well. Then you've got a stand disc. This is made by having a stand arrow and 9 disc fragments of Music Disc 5. I don't know how you get those. I think you get those in, what are they called? Deep Dark Cities? I think so. And then we got a couple items that you cannot get anywhere else, like the Cinderella Mask and the Stone Mask. Everybody should know the Stone Mask. These are both items that are gotten from random chests, like loot chests around the world. And finally, there's a revolver. I don't actually know how you get the revolver. I don't know. I do not know. I don't think it's labeled here. I think maybe a stand might give you the revolver. I know who it's like theoretically associated with, but you can get just like a separate item that is just a revolver, and it works, like a fucking gun would. Damn, that's fucking loud, dude. It's a revolver. It's a fucking gun. What do I look like when I hold the gun? Oh, damn, that's a cool animation. It's like, your time's up, motherfucker. It's kind of cool. It even, like, switches its arming to the side once it does that. That's cool. Also, I have a bunch of things on me right now. I don't know what's doing that, but that's interesting to see. Something is making me very weak right now. Interesting. But let's keep going, and... Oh, I'm very slow, ain't I? And then finally, we've got a bunch of stand discs for a bunch of different stands we're going to look into. But first, I want to figure out what the fuck is going on here. So I wonder if it's because I have the stone mask on. I don't think so. So I'm going to go ahead and place some of these things in here for now. It might also be because I'm carrying a literal coffin. I don't know. Is it because I'm carrying Anubis? Yep, it's because I'm carrying Anubis. Okay, interesting. So these 3 items, which would be the boxing gloves, the stone mask, and finally sheathed Anubis, all represent what are called spec obtainment items. These are all kind of based off of, like, classes in the game. Having them changes your class into a certain one. You will always have the default brawler class, which is gotten by having the boxing gloves or just being alive. So what that, like, gives you is, well, it really depends on your stand, but according to the Trello, because I want to be able to tell you guys as much as I can, the brawler stat is achieved by using the boxing gloves, allows the use of 4 moves while your stand is retracted, so you need a stand. So, can't really use that right now. We'll go ahead and look at that a bit later, but we've got the stone mask. Y'all should know what this is. If you know anything about JoJo, that mask has cursed them forever. So, in order to use the mask, you need to wear the mask and get hit by something. Let's see if it tells me exactly. Activates when wearing and taking damage. So, should we reject our own humanity, JoJo? I think we might. The problem is I need it to be nighttime. And it's time set night. There we go. I need stuff out here, and I did not change the night and day around, so I'm going to need game mode, survival. I'm literally dying if I hold on to Anubis, so I should put Anubis back. And there we go. Now I just need somebody to fucking kill me. Anybody want to hit my ass? Anybody want to tap Johnny Joestar's ass? Come on. Where are the enemies? Where are the flying cars? Come on. Where... Is it not nighttime enough? Okay, let me do, I don't know, midnight. It's the haunting hour, damn it. It's the fucking haunting hour. Where the fuck are all the enemies? Are we in, like... Nope, we're in normal mode. Either that or the stone mask is stopping them all from existing. Which I would be scared of a man running around with a stone mask, but then again, I would probably just be confused instead of scared. I do not understand. Okay, well, let me go ahead, switch into game mode creative again. Technically, I could just walk into a cactus. That is something I could do. All right, let me just see if I can walk into a cactus and activate the stone mask. That'd be fucking hilarious. It's just like, man, I'm just gonna put on this dumbass mask. Walks into a cactus, becomes a vampire. It's like, oh damn, that was easy. That work? Doesn't look like it's doing anything. Activates when wearing and taking damage. I am wearing the stone mask. Unless that's supposed to be doing something to me, it's not doing anything. So, there is a bunch of advancements for this. So, over here, we've got find a stone mask. I got all these already, but it's fine. Turn me into a vampire. I reject my own humanity, JoJo. I mean, Dio did this by killing George Joestar, so maybe I just need to go kill George Joestar. George Joestar. Okay, there we go. I've got some fucking murderers over here. I reject my own humanity, skeletons. Kill me! Kill me! Ooh, that worked! I am now a vampire, JoJo. What does that mean now? Okay, let me take off my... I don't get a change in my look, sadly, but... Yeah, are you still angry with me? What happened? I would feel like I'm much stronger. Come on. Fine. Jotaro! Knife bundle! Damn! I don't know what that thing in the bottom right is, but damn, that was cool. Anyway, as you can see, we've got so many more knives in our hand. Why do I have all this crud in my hands? Either way, as you can see, our, like... I need to wear one of my head masks. Okay. Time, set, day. Do I die now? Nope. I'm wearing my headdress, so therefore I'm able to survive in there. But it's replaced my hunger bar with a blood bar, so I need to start drinking blood in order to actually, you know, survive. And the way that you drink blood, let me see if I can try and figure out how you drink blood. Or how you get blood in the first place. Kind of hard to, you know, survive if I don't have any way to drink my enemy's blood. Okay, blood bottle. A vital tool for vampires and is partially filled when right-clicking a mob. A blood bottle can contain up to 16 points of blood. Every living mod or zombie will have it. So if I ran up to a cow, I could technically drink his blood. Which is cool, I guess. What happens if I take this off? JoJo, help! I'm burning to death! So yeah, you take that off, you start dying. I'm not sure if you get any other cool abilities for being a vampire. Woo! Space rubber stingy eyes! Space ripper stingy eyes. Dang. So you do get special abilities. Oh, dang. Okay, so there are an extra couple of controls we didn't go over yet. If you scroll all the way down, you got the bind. So we've got a barrage attack, a cooldown cancel, a dash, a heavy attack, a special attack, 1, 2, 3, a stand summon, an ultimate button, and a utility button. So many different buttons right here. So that's the dash button, button 4. It's, well, it makes me dash. It definitely makes me dash. Let's see, so I don't know what this attack is, but it sounds like I'm cracking someone's neck. I'm gonna guess, let me see. Like a roundhouse kick. This does nothing. This does nothing. V. Ooh, Space Ripper Stingy Eyes. If only I could... If only there were, like, actual lines like the show was. Like, actual spiral lines. Like I'm hitting them with the Mocking Kosapo. But yeah, I guess being a vampire does afford you an extra couple of things. I don't actually know if it gives you extra strength like it should, but it's definitely something. Because I can do this, and that's cool. This is a barrage. It doesn't look all that grand, but yes, I hit him a couple of times. So I don't know if there's a way to go back from being a vampire. Let me see. Using this will change your spec. Are you sure? Yes. So now I've been changed back to being human. So that was vampire. I actually really like vampire. You know, if I ever do a series like this, or on this mod, which I definitely would want to at some point, definitely going vampire this time around. Unless they add in spin. If they add in spin, I'm going that. But yeah, there should be other abilities for just regular base people. Like I just punched real good. Some kind of punch. A kick. A spinning kick. So that's all the abilities you have as a brawler. So there is one last spec that you can get into. And that involves... Where is it? And that involves Anubis. So, Anubis is, well, if you're aware of it, Anubis is a stand that doesn't take over a person, but instead takes over a sword. And then whoever's holding the sword gets taken over by Anubis. So if I right-click Anubis, using this will change your spec. Are you sure? Yes. Is Anubis talking to me? I guess Anubis won't stop talking to me. Okay, you stop. But yes, now we can, like, sheath Anubis back up and take Anubis back out. So Anubis is like the strength of a diamond sword, but has a bunch of different abilities, like a hilt smash, a super slice, a double slice. I'm trying to see all of its abilities. Is that it? F just switches its thing. Interesting. but it doesn't have any extra abilities other than that. So it just goes as far as that. But it's a cool looking sword. And when you resheath Anubis, it actually acts as a shield, apparently. Let me confirm that. So yes, there's only 3 abilities. There is a power that he uses while it's sheathed. So let me see. It's like an unsheathing ability right there. It's like a sweep kick. So it just does that. So yeah, very interesting. And it actually has an ability that makes it matched with another ability, apparently. So definitely want to look into that. I want to make sure if vampirism does that as well. Does vampirism synergize with an ability better? I would think that, like, the world would synergize with it very well, but I don't think it does. So either way, we'll keep Anubis for now because, you know, it works out. So either way, it's finally time to look at the stands. Also, another thing, there is a coffin. So this is what vampires would sleep in. So it's, you know, a coffin. Only useful for vampire. Actually, no, we can use it too. I didn't know that. So I guess it lets you sleep till night, I'm guessing. So you could be at night perpetually. So if that's in like a server, you better be ready for people to be switching night and daytime all the time. Or just keep it at nighttime at all times, which would be a little bit OP. But yes, now that we've done all this, we can finally get ourselves a stand. And I think I want to see what our stand's going to be if we just use the stand arrows. So let's go ahead, grab the stand arrow. We don't reject our humanity now. Now we are a stand. Ooh. Very cool, very cool. We got cream as our stand. So anyway, as you can see, your stand will pop up behind you when summoned. So if you click with it, it'll do like a jab or just like a weird punch. If you right-click, it acts as a shield. So it's just like a really nice shield because you're doing a shield block or a stand block. And they have a bunch of different abilities. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through all of them, though I do want to show as many as possible. So if you want to desummon your stand... Okay, I don't know what I just did. If you want to desummon your stand, you press N. N desummons your stand, and then N brings it back out. That's kind of cool. It's like Cream going back out of his little dimensional pocket. So let's see what his abilities are. So R is like a punch of some kind. V is something. G lets him go into his own void. B allows him to do like a slap. That's kind of supposed to be the barrage attack. And then I believe is H the ultimate. Which one is the ultimate? Ultimate is H. So what is Cream's ultimate? Oh, crud. It put us into his ball. So now whatever we run into gets fucking annihilated. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Also, in first-person mode, if you want to see, the slaps kind of look like that, and then the shield looks like this. So you're able to see your stand. You're not completely out of it. And even you can see all of his abilities happen even from the front, like when you're in your first-person mode. So there's a bunch of different abilities your stand can have. So if you no longer want your stand, or this stand sucks, maybe, let's say, we can go ahead and grab a stand disc that can be made, and then you can right-click, and it puts your stand into there. So now we just have Cream in here. Interesting that our first stand was Cream, but either way, we can go through many more stands. We've got Star Platinum, The World, King Crimson, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, otherwise known as D4C. The only Part 7 stand in here. Wish Tusk was here, but I'm going to guess they're going to wait until Spin is added in order to use Tusk. Sadly, there's no Part 8 stands, which means no soft and wet, but still. Probably going to take a while for that to be implemented, but it'll be fine. Got Cream, Killer Queen, White Snake, Silver Chariot, Magician's Reto, The Fool, Gold Experience, Hierophant Green, The Sun, and Purple Haze. Interesting that they added in Purple Haze before, like, even Zipperman, or they added in The Sun before, I don't know, something different, like Geb or something like that. It's like The Sun was not a very big stand in the series, but interesting. And then down here are all of the evolved stands. So we've got Sea Moon, Made in Heaven, The World Over Heaven, Killer Queen Bites the Dust, Gold Experience Requiem, Star Platinum The World, and Purple Haze Distortion. So multiple different stands. So first we got to start off with old classic we've got Star Platinum. The sad thing is that not all stands are, like, they don't have any kind of RPG stats, which is what I really liked about World of Stands. I really like RPG mechanics, so if that could be implemented into JCraft, I think that would be really awesome. Just limit stands' abilities until, like, they've got a certain amount of thing. Also, I think this destroying of the land was Cream's thing. Thank God it didn't destroy the rest of this. So either way, Star Platinum's got a punch, very fast punch. He's got his block. And then we've got, like, a really strong star punch. Got, let me see. Starfinger. We've got just a kick. The barrage. Then N lets me desummon him. M as a punch. Oh, as like a flying barrage. I didn't even check and see. But yes, you still have your dash in this mode. There is one other ability, your utility. That is your button 5. And I almost died. I should probably change it back to being in game mode. Creative, so I don't kill myself. Utility is like a utility move you can use. So for Star Platinum, that means Star Jump. Or just like his kicking off the ground ability. Remember, you don't have any fall damage resistance, so you're fucked. So Star Platinum's ultimate ability is this. I think it's supposed to be when he takes in a bunch of air. Or he blows. He blows you. Great Star Platinum. But either way, that's how Star Platinum is. His model looks really nice. And if we punch from the thing, you even see it's like it's more of a ghost, like how it's supposed to be. They're supposed to be ghostly Hamon, so that's how it's gonna be. So if I actually want to upgrade Star Platinum, I will need the living arrow. So this is the arrow that Kira used to evolve Killer Queen. So if I use this, the living arrow. Now we have Star Platinum the World. He looks kind of like his Part 4 iteration, but he's got, let's check through his abilities. So he's got his punch, he's got his block, and then, let's see, super punch. Let me see. Ooh, the world type teleportation punch. Let me see. Star slap, I guess. A barrage. I don't actually know if it increases the stats of characters when they do that, but or of stands when they evolve, but it could. Then M. Oh, it's like a choke move, and then I think it's got. Oh shit. Okay, so its utility is actually the world. It does have a very long recharge time. It's like when Jotaro used the world during the fight with Rat. It's gonna be like a pretty much just a teleportation, less of the world. So if I do, there you go. That's what utility 5. That's what utility would do. So, and then as we all should know, Star Platinum's ultimate ability, Star Platinum, the world. It's a very, very, very small amount of time stop. It's not great. If there's a way to upgrade his time stop, I probably would need to be told about it, because otherwise. His version of the world is extremely small. But then again, this is supposed to be Star Platinum, the world from Part 3, where he has a very small amount of time stop. It could have just been Star Platinum, the world from Part 4. It could have been the Star Platinum, the world from Part 3, where he could stop time for a very long amount of time. Well, at the final bit with his fight with Dio, because he did have 5 seconds to beat the shit out of Dio, but, you know, semantics. So either way, that's Star Platinum. Very nice. Wouldn't choose him, but... You know, that's just one of those things. So, next stand is, of course, the world. My favorite stand. Udada! So we've got the world and his weird yellow greatness. So, he's got, he's got a punch. Actually, if you hold it down, it does the full thing. And then he's got his block. Then he's got, let's see, really strong punch. That's where he, like, punches you straight through your fucking body. Let me see. C doesn't do anything. V, a roundhouse kick. G is like a projectile. Also, yes, there's a way to look behind them. Let me see. B is your barrage, as per usual. Desummon, resummon. M is like a really long Muda. And then his... Oh, shit. Okay, so his utility is also using the world type teleportation. So, interesting. And we still got our dash, so very nice. All the animations in this mod look beautiful, so props to all of you guys. They look fucking amazing. And then his ultimate ability, as you should know, is... And as you can see, the world... Yeah. It only lasts for so long. I wonder if you're a vampire and suck up a ton of blood, does that mean that therefore you have more abilities as the world? I don't know. That would be a kind of cool thing where, like, you need to be a vampire in order to use the world, but it's a very small amount of time stops. So, if I want to evolve the world, we got to use Dio's Diary. So if we right-click using Dio's Diary, we get the world over heaven. And we even float. Damn, that's fucking awesome. So we are now the world over heaven. Which you don't know what that is. It's from, well, pretty much the namesake of this mod, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Eyes of Heaven, which is a 3D battler video game where the entire JoJo series crosses over and they beat the shit out of Dio, who is literally God. So this is the world over heaven, an extremely overpowered version of the world. So if I were to explain the world over heaven's ability, it's not the ability to stop time. It's the power to manipulate reality. Yeah, so he could just make things change. And the funniest thing is that during that, if you don't want spoilers for that, don't skip for the next couple of seconds. But yes, because Star Platinum is the same type of stand, he can do the same exact thing that the world over heaven could be. Massive cop-out. It was dumb, but it's fine. It's fine. Anyway, the world over heaven has got a punch. It's got a block. And let's see its abilities. So, what did I just throw at you? I don't know what I threw, but I threw something. Let me see. I don't know what I just did right there. Then again, the Trello does describe everybody's abilities. So if you're confused on a certain, like, stand's, like, ability, you can look it up. So, R is called Singularity. V is called Evaporate, Lightning Bolt. Apparently, these can also be done in the sky. There's, like... Damn, that's cool. Okay, then we've got... Oh, shit! He throws out more knives. Yes, yes, yes. And then, let's see. B is a very strong barrage. N is desummon. It's really actually really cool because you just start floating when you use them. M is like a really strong ability. And then finally, his ultimate is... Very powerful world. It's not that much. I'm wondering if you still need to be a vampire in order to do it, but it's still got all those cool abilities. And now I knew my favorite. It's It's this one. It's the world over heaven, but the world over heaven's pretty fucking badass. So next up is King Crimson. Everybody knows King Crimson. Oh damn, that's a cool like pause animation. Also, they do mess with your legs. Like your legs are kind of splayed out. So yeah, this is fucking cool. But either way, we got King Crimson. He slaps you. He's a good slapper. He's got a block. Let's see. He's got that chop thing. V is like a stab. B is a barrage. Even though you never really saw King Crimson doing barrages in the series. You got a desummon, a resummon. M. What the... Is this time skip? How is this supposed to work? I don't know. His ability is much like the world's. The ability just to, like, skip time. And then his ultimate is... Whew, we're going into the time field. So I don't know how that ability works. I want to get another player on here to mess with it with me. But for now, we're just going to have to say that that's supposed to be time skip. So very cool, though. Very cool. Sadly, King Crimson has no evolution because he never got an evolution in the thing. But it's fine. It's fine. Anyway, let's go ahead and check up on... Let's see, who should we do next? We've got D4C, which is kind of my favorite of the mod because, you know, D4C doesn't get much interpretation in Minecraft mods, really. Good old Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, the stand of Funny Valentine, the President of the United States. So yeah, if you don't know D4C's ability, he has the ability to access parallel dimensions. So therefore, he can go to a different dimension and bring another you, and if you hit you evaporate from reality. So it's a pretty OP ability, but It doesn't have the evolution yet. Then again, I'm going to guess they're not going to put in D4C Love Train until they have the corpse parts into the mod, which, Part 7 stuff. Part 7's pretty cool. We could add in Ball Breaker and Spin and Tusk and fucking all that other cool stuff like Glide the Rainbow or Mandem, all that kind of cool shit. Very nice, very nice. But either way, we're here to talk about D4C, and he has got a very slow combo. He's got a block. Let me see. This is kind of just like a random punch. Let's see. V. Literally, so now there is a second me. So that ability allows me to grab another me from another reality. And I guess I can punch myself. Die! They don't have that much health, but it means that I can clone myself. And I don't really care about the other me's from other realities. So, V is the same thing. That just allows me to summon another me. Let's see. There we go. Let me see. G. Oh, there's where the revolver is. I don't know what that's supposed to do, though. Let me go ahead and see. What does the revolver trick do? G is a grab. And if I do crouch G, I summon the gun. So that's where I get the gun from. Okay, very cool, very cool. Just want to know. Okay, so B is a barrage. N de-summons him. M, so what that does, I believe it would stop, if the enemy attacks, it sends the attack away to an alternate universe. Then finally, its ultimate ability is, well, it loads in a completely different dimension. Now I'm in like a completely different dimension, and I'm pretty much invincible in here. At least I believe I'm invincible in here. Either way, there's no way anybody can follow me in. I wonder if it's kind of like a Kamui situation. Either way, I guess I can't seem to stay in the separate dimension all that long, but yeah, it's pretty much like a dodge move in a way. So, very cool. I will be excited when they add D4C Love Train. Gotta love D4C Love Train. You're pretty much invincible in that. Anyway, next up, we've already seen Cream. We got Killer Queen. Killer Queen. That's even got the weird pose. I even stand weirdly. Jeez. Alright, so everybody should know Killer Queen, main villain stand of part 4. It's got, well, a combo. It's even got a 3-hit combo. It's got a block. And then, let me see. It's got just a random punch. Oh, did that sound out sheer heart attack? I need to be away from the mod showcase area, and so I don't blow up all my stands. Okay, so that's just a punch. Okay. I set a bomb. I want to see what happens when I set the bomb. Did that not work correctly? Come on. Set bomb. Oh, I can see it. Come on, make it happen. I don't know what this does, but it did something. M throw. Oh, that's where the coin comes from. And the coin is explosive. So, that makes sense. Come on, will it? I don't know. And then H. Let's see what H does. Oh, there's sheer heart attack. So at some point, sheer heart attack's gonna fucking blow. It doesn't have that much time, does it? Sheer heart attack. Okay, maybe it doesn't work like that. Maybe it requires an enemy to be around for it to actually blow. But yes, all those things would explode if Killer Queen actually worked. But yes, we've got Killer Queen, but we can go even further beyond. We need the living arrow once again. Same arrow that pierced him. Killer Queen bites dust. So, yes, we have the evolved version of Killer Queen. It's got a block, it's got a punch. Let's see. What did that do? I think I punched myself. Or it's just like some kind of punch. V is a placing of a bomb again. B is the rapid fire. N desummons. G actually sends out, I guess he's already got Pet Shop in his body, but G sends out a bubble that'll explode, because it's apparently he's already got Pet Shop in his body. So, not Pet Shop, Stray Cat. Let's see. M is like a choke move. And then I don't know if I want to do this here. I think I might actually want to fly away and see if I can use the ability. So I don't blow shit up, because I don't want to blow shit up. Okay, so we got the ability. Bites the dust. I wonder, I'm going to guess you require other people. I'm going to guess whoever gets tagged with Bites the Dust, then will, if they walk up to other players, it will then explode. But that's Bites the Dust. Let me go ahead and check that on the thing so that I can understand if that is truly what it does. Explosive Death, or that's utility. Bites the Dust. Similar to Bomb Plant, it requires to be stay out to stay on the enemy. Teleports to the opponent back on use and does an extra explosion for every entity nearby. Interesting. And then its utility, because I haven't been showing them off, is Explosive Dash. Do not want to use this near here. So we're going to go ahead. Okay, it just explodes me. It's no actual explosion, which is, thank God. Either way, yep, that's Bites the Dust. I would love to test that with another player, but for now, that's just what we're going to have to deal with. So, White Snake. It's time for White Snake, the guy who makes all the stand discs. So, we've got White Snake. He's got a punch, a block. He's got, like, a better punch. Let me see. I'm going to guess that slides out a stand disc. B is a rush. N desummons him. G is like a really big punch. M splits out like his weird stuff. And then H, I'm going to guess that also maybe the other one takes out stand disc while this one puts it back in. So you pretty much switch out your team's stand disc or take a stand from an opponent if you don't want them to have that, though that might be a little bit hard depending on how fast they're moving. But either way, that's White Snake. So if we then take the green baby, we can then do this. Now we have Sea Moon. Sea Moon Green. So if he's got a punch. Yep, he's got a block. Really big punch, I'm guessing. I don't know what that means, but I'm guessing that's going to reverse gravity. B is a barrage. N desummons Sea Moon. M messes with the gravity of whatever we're standing on top of. Let's see. G messes with the gravity of one block and sends it to the fucking moon, I guess. And then finally, the other ability. I don't know if I want to use this here. Okay, bye! Armor stands count as entities, so that's why that happened. So yeah, Sea Moon allows you to shift gravity. So that's his shifting of gravity move. So finally, the last evolution is by using Dio's Diary. We have Made in Heaven. So Made in Heaven does have a stand rush. It's not all that great, it doesn't look like. It's got a block. Then, let's see. R is like a really good punch. V is a kick. G is like a slap. B is a rush. We never saw Made in Heaven doing a rush attack, but it's okay. M is doing this. Like, M is doing this. Let me see. Dash still sucks. What is about our... Okay, so I'm going to guess Made in Heaven allows us to teleport as well, because it allows us to speed up time. And then the last ability... doesn't do anything. I'm going to guess it's because I have the time set to not move at all. Let me do game rule. Do light cycle true. H. Oh, shit. What does this do? Am I just really fast now? Oh. I think I just reset the universe, whatever that does. Whatever that does, I think I just reset the universe. I don't know what that means for stand users, but let's go ahead and check and see if Made in Heaven has a description. Made in Heaven's final ability. Let me see. Time acceleration allows charging of a speedometer for 30 seconds. Is charged by landing hits. Is completely charged. All surrounding enemies will become standless for 15 seconds. So it's like you completely annihilate their stands. Interesting, interesting. Either way, that's Made in Heaven. Don't know why you would ever want to give away a stand like Made in Heaven, but it's fine. Then we got Silver Chariot. As everybody should know, this is Silver Chariot. And let's go ahead and check out. He's got his stab, a block, a really big stab, a spinning stab, like a rush, a barrage, a desummon. I don't know what that was. I think I just shot out his bow, or his thing. Let me see. Then finally, his ultimate ability is he shifts his armor off, and now he's much faster. I don't know if that means a lot. I don't actually know, but as you can see, it looks like he's got after images, but he's actually just moving really fast. I don't know what's going on there. There must be more abilities it can do. Sadly, I don't think it can use the Requiem arrow. Very much sad. Anyway, if you hold out the Anubis, the Sheathed Anubis, with him, you actually turn him into Black Silver Chariot. Which, yeah, that's the reason why I wanted to hold on to Anubis for so long. I wanted to see Black Silver Chariot. So, he's got a punch. He's got a stand rush. He's got a spinning blade. He's got like a stab forward. Let me see. He's got a barrage. M. It's like a really, big slash. And then H is just a really big slash. Okay, weird. Okay. So if I can turn him back into regular Chariot. I don't think the Requiem arrow does anything to him because his stand is not actually in there. He can't become Silver Chariot Requiem. Nope. Sadly not. I think that would be insane if Silver Chariot Requiem was in here because that would be badass. But maybe in a different update. So either way, that was Silver Chariot. He's got some cool stuff. I wish more stands had those abilities, to be affected by other things like that. And I bet they are going to do that if what they're doing with Silver Chariot is already that. So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and throw out Anubis. I don't really need it right now. Okay, so we've got Magician's Rito. He's got his regular punches. He's got a block. He's got a flame smash. He's got Crossfire Hurricane. Oh, there's all the sensing of life ones. Interesting. All right, and then we had a desummon, a barrage, which is not actually a barrage. It's actually just him casting fire. M is a flame whip, and his final ultimate is like a big old fire kick of some kind. Interesting. Not the coolest, but it is something. All right, put him back in. I'm not the biggest fan. But it keeps all my onks around me. Oh, I turned them all off. Shit. All right, next up is Zafu. If only Arsene were here. Works out best here because we're in a sand area, but he's got a stand punch, a block, a sand transformation, a dunk, I guess, a sand dash, a barrage of some kind, and not a very good one. Desummon. M is like a... Oh, it makes a sand clone. So it's like making Shadow Dio and stuff. Got him. He's way less powerful than the other kind of clones you can make. G is a sand dash, and then the final ability, H, just makes a tornado, I'm guessing. Not the coolest, but, it is Zafu. Never the best stand, but it is something. All right, gold experience. It's Girono's stand, the shittier version. He's got a punch, a block. He's got a weird-looking block. Attack. See, this is V. Yeah, this is a healing power. G is like a gut punch. B is like a... Well, that. I wonder if you hold this down, if he did like the 17... If he did the 17-page Muda, that'd be cool. N is a desummon. M... I'm gonna guess makes a tree? I don't know what that did, but it did something. G is that weird, really good punch. And then his ultimate... I'm going to guess that's the one that, like, slows down the person's, like, perception of reality and then hurts them real bad. So either way, if we want to go even further beyond, we do. The Requiem arrow, and now we're... It makes me float again. And both of the Dios do the floating. So either way, we've got Gold Experience Requiem. He's got a punch, a block, a really big punch, a healing, I guess, a barrage, a no damage effect. I'm guessing that's return to 0. G, like, shoots out something. I'm going to guess this means return to 0. H. Okay, maybe we already saw return to 0. I didn't press H yet, though. Don't know what's going on there, but... Oh, there we go. I'm going to guess that just completely inverts King Crimson's ability. Or anything else you encounter, so that's pretty cool, though. We're running through these quite quick because we have to, you know... There has to be a timer on this. We got Hierophant Green, or Hierophant Green. No one can dodge the Emerald Splash or get punched by me. Oh, he's even got like a Flexi Fist. And then he's got a block. Oh, damn, that's kind of cool. Oh, he shoots out the Emerald Splash. Let me see. Like a String Fist. Let me see. His Barrage is more like a weird flippy trick. M is like he summons a bunch of his own tentacles, I guess. I don't know what that does, but I'm going to guess that gives us some kind of power of some kind. Did his ultimate already get used? Maybe they have 2 ultimates every now and again? I have no clue. I didn't press H. I don't know what I pressed. I pressed M. But okay. Come on. So this is the 30 meter Emerald Splash. I'm going to wonder, does his utility... What did his utility just do? Oh, it allows him to... Because he's a long-range stand, it allows him to detach. Interesting. Cool. All right. Well, that's interesting, I guess. All right. So the sun, the weird one, you can actually find the sun in the world. So you get hurt real bad. You probably don't want the sun as your stand if you're a if you're a vampire. You can punch with it. You can't really punch nor block with it. Well, it does have other abilities such as sending out fire bombs. Sending out a bunch of fire meteors. Sending out a ton more fire meteors. Oh god, everything's going to be on fire. ND summons the sun. It has no barrage, sadly. M just summons out like a giant beam. And then his ultimate... Does he even have an ultimate? I'm going to guess he needs... The more I mash, the more that button goes up. So I'm guess all H does is it just increases the size of the sun. So very lackluster stand. You can actually find suns just sitting around in the world. There are structures, which I will not be showing. I'd rather you guys go out and find those. But yes, there are structures. So yeah, the sun is not the best stand. Finally, the final stand, or the final 2 stands, is Purple Haze. Purple Haze is, well, he doesn't do much. He actually just sits there and kills everybody. He just sits there. You can, like, push him. He can block, but he can't punch. First ability is nothing, I guess. F, C, V, G, N just de-summons him. M makes me do a sweep kick. G, none of his abilities really do anything except for R, and M. H doesn't do anything. So Purple Haze might be the most detrimental stand you can ever have. But if we use a Requiem arrow... Nope, not a Requiem arrow. A Living arrow? Nope. Well, how do you get this stand, then? How do I obtain such a stand? I do not know. Well, I have no clue. But there is one last stand. There is a final stand. Purple Haze. Distortion. This one actually makes him into like a fightable, like a fighting stand. Put him back in. He can actually punch. He can block. He's got an ability that lets him punch real hard. Let me see. He can throw down his haze. He can do a real big punch. A barrage. A really big punch with that one. And his ultimate is like a ton of haze being thrown all over the place. So that's pretty cool. I don't actually know how you get Purple Haze Distortion, as it is called. Not quite sure. But yeah, interesting. But yeah, there is one last thing I didn't really talk about, wherever the hell it may be. Where is it? Maybe, oh, I have it in my inventory. This is the Cinderella mask. This thing is found in, like, you know, treasure chests as well. But what it's supposed to do is allow you to, once you have a stand disc of your stand, you can put this in with the stand disc in a smithing table, I believe. And that gives it a different, like, skin, if I think. Let me see. Cinderella mask. Yep. You first need to enchant it with the Cinderella's Kiss enchantment. Okay. Then when combined with stand disc and a skimming table, it will award the player a stand skin corresponding to the level of the enchantment. It's important to note that traditionally the skin's numerical rank of 1 to 3 corresponds with the rarity of their enchantment equivalent. Interesting. So, if I take, like, the world over heaven, so I need yeah, there's a bunch of enchantments. Let's do Cinderella's Kiss, and then what's that called? An anvil. An anvil. And then I place it in there with it. Or place it around. There we go. In a smithing table. Smithing. So let's take that. And then let's take, like, the world over heaven, and then add the Cinderella mask. The world over heaven, dirt to divinity. Interesting. Oh, damn. Cool. So, yeah, there's probably, like, a bunch of skins for a bunch of different stands, but I just can't go over them, because this episode's already been as long as almost an hour. There's so much to this mod, so, you know, congrats to the entire JCraft Eyes of Ender team. This has been incredible. There are some additions that I'd love to see. In every JoJo mod, I always want to ask for spin, for, like, tusk, for, you know, soft and wet. But something I'd really think it could benefit from is, like, a leveling, like, style thing. Like, I know most mods have that, but I think it would just be fun if you could level your stand and stuff. Like, you don't even have to take away any of the abilities it has at, like, base. You just have to, like, you know, add in some stats and stuff like that. I think that would be really fucking cool. But that's kind of all I really have for this Minecraft mod showcase. This is a pretty fucking awesome mod, so I definitely recommend that you guys check it out. There will be a link in the description to the mod so that you guys can check it out too and tell me how cool it is. And tell me what kinds of weird stand skins you find, because I'd be pretty hyped to see what kinds of weird stuff you have. But either way, I don't really have much else to say. So, I'll see you guys next time on the Minecraft Mod Showcase. And before I end this episode, I want to thank all of my YouTube members, including the Disciples of Epsilon, Valric, Amber, and Phoenix, the Epsilon Sage, Spirit Rosewolf. Without you all, this channel would not stay afloat, so thank you for all your support, and I'll see you guys next time on The Backlog.